you can talk about these topics, but you have to talk with some gentleness by keeping thoughts on your mind that will not affect others' viewpoints. And the last one, don't forget to enjoy the show. Today's meeting is special, but for me it's extra special because I am taking the role of SAA and we have other role players here for the first time. Our Toastmasters club is growing every meeting. Here we are with this new venue and here is the restroom. If you want, you can use. If you want to succeed in your life, what you have to do? What you have to do? You have to set a mission. Like you have to set a mission to success. In our Toastmasters club, we have a mission to provide a mutual positive learning environment through our fellow Toastmasters can develop their communication skill and leadership skill. This can resulting in personal growth and self-confidence. Without further ado, I am handing the stage to our presiding officer who come up with the innovative idea. It's none other Toastmaster Vickram.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters.
Good afternoon.
Why is today's meeting special?
172.
Yes. Fellow Toastmasters has successfully completed 174 weeks of meeting, and today we are entering 175th. That's our milestone meeting. And as our SAA said, this meeting is even more special because the new executive committee members taking in charge from today. And can we all give a big round of applause to show our gratitude to Toastmaster John and Toastmaster Barney for providing us this training. Today's meeting is even more special. We have a guest who has taken multiple roles in Toastmasters, and he is our past district director. He is on his way. Soon he will reach our venue. And those who have came with me to ISC division contest, you might have witnessed a beautiful performance of a team. I remember he was standing and then he suddenly fell down. I was shocked and then I realized that it was his performance. So today we have two guests with us. It's time to get an introduction from our guest. Can we have it from you?
Hi, I'm Manisha. I'm Dr. Momentous daughter. What do I say about myself? Well, as part of Toastmasters International, I am part of District 71, UK and Ireland. I'm the Vice President of Membership at Publicspeakers and the President of the Publicspeakers, which is a soon-to-be chapter of So I just reached in there today and I thought let me just come say hi to you guys. Thank you for having me.
We are very happy to have you.
I don't know what else to say. I'll be part of it from here after.
So now it's to call a special person on this special meeting. She is a psychologist and a calm lady in our Toastmasters. Is none other than our Toastmaster Carolyn as Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kritika, the President. Are you happy? Yes.
Yes.
How many of you are really, truly happy? Put your hands up. Wow. With all the yellows, it looks like a part of the sun has, fallen into the Toastmasters club here. Okay? So, can we be happy always? Is it possible to be happy always?
No.
No. How sad. Can't really cross our hearts and say that, yeah, we can be happy all the while. I was thinking about the song by Kamala Hassan. where he says that we are a mixture of polarity. We are a mixture of both the divine and the evil. Okay, so in our world, that is the factual thing. We can't be always happy, neither can we always be sad. But we have a choice, right? So what do we choose? What do we choose? What's eating for today? Good vibes only. Okay. So anybody knows which country is the happiest country in the world? Finland. Okay. How many years have they been holding that position?
More than 10 years.
7 years consecutively they have been holding that position. Which is the most unhappiest country in the world?
India.
Afghanistan. Correct. Monish is really updated. Okay. And where does India fall?
170. 170. 26.
126.
136.
Sorry?
136.
And 36. No? Let me see. So, what do we need to do to stay happy and spread good vibes? What do we need to do? Being happy. Being happy. Being happy in the sense like keeping us happy first and then spreading happiness to others. Right? So, when we came, the essay extended a warm greeting, right? So, when someone greets you, what happens? What happens?
You feel good.
Reciprocate.
There's some warmth that is being shared, right? By both the person who's greeted and the greeter. Both of them, they share a kind of a very warm bond between each other. So it shows that you are valued, it shows that you are respected, that your time is valued, and that you bring good vibes into this place. This is a new venue that we've taken on, and hopefully we will be here for a long time because we've been globe-trotting from here and there, all over Vellore, the length and breadth of Vellore we've been going. So hopefully we will stay here for many weeks to come, and it will be a wonderful time of growth and learning. Okay. What can we do if we feel that we don't have it in us to give to others? What can we do? What should we do? If you have, you can give. If you don't have, what would you do? How do you replenish yourself, or how do you fill your tank? You have to be so
Get self-motivated.
motivate yourself.
Self-motivation.
Self-motivation.
Listen to others, show empathy.
Listening to others, showing empathy. What else?
Get associated with happy people.
Get yourself associated with happy people so that they rub off some happiness onto us as well. What else can we do?
Be thick-skinned.
Be thick-skinned. Amazing. So you don't actually, you learn to accept things that are beyond your control, right? Things that are beyond your control, you can't do anything with that. But whatever is within your control, whatever is manageable, you will put your heart and soul into giving the best towards your fellow human being and try to brighten the small corner where you are. The small place. You don't have you don't have a direct control over who's going to the Rashtrapati Bhavan, or you don't have any control over several other factors, but you do have a control as to how you make other people feel, right? And always show respect, always show love, and always show, share your happiness with other people so that they will be able to reciprocate. So without further ado, what we would like to now tell is, for the benefit of the guests, Toastmasters, every meeting is in 3 parts. Okay? So first we have the prepared speeches, then we have the fun table topics, and third is the evaluation section. So Now I would like to call upon the general evaluator for today to come and introduce his team. Over to Toastmaster Momentous.
Thank you, Toastmaster Caroline and team body for today. So, as Caroline said, I'll be playing as a general evaluator, and as a general evaluator, I'll be evaluating whole session. And I won't do this alone. And I have a tactic which stands for timer, counter, and remaining. And let me welcome today's first role player, timer. And today's timer role will be played by Toastmaster Caroline.
Today I will be playing the role of timer. I will time each speaker of the time they have, and I also alert the speakers using these 3 cards. So, icebreaker speeches should limit 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes I will show the green card. At 5 minutes I will show the yellow card. At 6 minutes I will show the red card. For the prepared speeches, the time limit should be 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show the green card. At 6 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And 7 minutes, I will show the red card. And table topic segment. Table topic speaker should have time 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will show the red card. For the evaluation, it should be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will show the red card. And you also have a 30 minutes buffer time on or before. That is, you can talk for icebreaker, you can talk 5 minutes 30 seconds. You will be qualifying. If you are exceeding the time, that is 6 minutes 30 seconds, you will be disqualifying. Over.
Thank you, timer, for your detailed explanation. Now let's move on to our second role player, and it will be our counter. Today's our counter role will be played by Toastmaster Party.
So, greetings for the day to the Toastmasters, to the fellow Toastmasters, and to the guests. So, as you all know, today I am going to play the R counter role. So, the R counter role is the purpose of this to use what I will be using the filler words in the speech. So, I will be observing the words, and what are the words you will be repeating words you will be using over the speech. I will be observing that, and at the end of the course, I will be giving as an oral report how many kind of words you have been used. So, that's it. And with that, I am extending my arm to watch.
Thank you, Arthur. Let's introduce our third role player, and it will be a grammarian. Today's grammarian role will be played by Toastmaster Party.
Good afternoon, dear Toastmasters. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, thoughts, sayings, etc. How many of you remember the word of the day?
Unbeknownst.
Okay, so that is here. It's unbeknownst. UNBEKNOWNST. So, which means without being known about by a specific person or a group of people. An example of using this word is unbeknownst to the student, the teacher had entered the room. Each speaker is encouraged to use this word. I will make note of that also. And I will give the grammarian's report when called upon to do. Over to you,
Thank you, grammarian. Let's enter grammarian's general evaluator's introduction. This is listener, and today's listener role will be played by Toastmaster Karan. Yes, Toastmaster Balaji.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster. Today I took a listener. As a listener, I will concentrate on each and every speaker. End of the session, I will ask us some questions and evaluate that. Before that, I want to tell something that if you listening your parents, you will be a good child. If you listening your teacher, you will be a good student. If you listening your wife, if you listening your human being, then you will be a great personality. So, as the same, we will listen each and every speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, listener, for giving a definition of listening. So that's wrap up our introduction as a general evaluator as my tactic as well. And we will provide a detailed report at the end. Now I would like to hand over my seat back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Charlie.
Thank you, General Moderator. So now we are moving on to the prepared speech segment. And before I call upon the first speaker for today, let me call upon the speaker evaluator, Toastmaster Halimani, to come and lead the project.
Education session.
Yeah, he can.
So we can have the after the prepared speech. No, so it's all right. You put all. So now we have the educational session by the and District Director, Toastmaster Vickram.
So how many of you understood how she introduced me? No, after that something she told. I want to just ensure that whether my listening skills are good. Because my listening must have told, listen to your wife, listen to your kid, so many things. Right? So I want to ensure that I am listening to the same audience. So how many of you listened to the word? She said educational speaker, but after that she told something, some credential or some designation she told.
Toastmaster Vickram.
Sure. But I heard district director.
Past areas.
Mohankrishnan, I am DDM Mohankrishnan, I am really sorry. I am not paid anything to make sure that the DDM would introduce me like this. I am sincerely apologizing in front of the camera now. I am not the district director of District 120. It is Distinguished Toastmaster Mohankrishnan is the district director. I was past Madam, don't record down. No, I'm taking, I'm only apologizing, no? And she is cleverly taking record, started recording after the entire apologization was completed. So I was a past division director, that too previous year. Last year was Sriram, Distinguished Toastmaster Sriram, and previous year I was the division director. Thank you so much anyway for giving me such a privileged position. But it will be offended in district because trial is entirely different. Right, so all of you would have had something in mind, right? So this guy is going to come and talk something. So what is that in your mind? Agenda?
How to give a speech.
How to give a speech. Okay, you are expecting me to say how to give a speech? Okay, absolutely not. Okay.
With the title, I thought you will be giving something related to how we influence in the learning, the education.
You are going too fast like Gravity Express. Like show up there, I cannot follow. I'm not a Sachin Tendulkar to play it just like that, but I have a. And I'm just coming out of the cricket fever, right? Because I've not seen cricket for the last 6-7 years now. Good.
I got talent.
Okay. Then what? By the way, what was the title for the session?
Good vibes only. Good vibes only.
Nobody knows about my sessions. They only know DOT sessions. Okay, great. Thanks for that. And then I can talk about anything else. If a specific topic is given, then the speaker is bound to control the speech within the time limit. There is a time limit. So I have 25 minutes. So 20 minutes green, 22 and a half yellow, and 25th minute you can show only red card. Don't throw me out of it. I'll take 5 minutes extra if required. Okay. Any other expectations from the session? No expectations. Wow, that's great. Then I can talk anything that I like. Any wild guesses? You would have seen something in the agenda, right? No, nothing was mentioned in the agenda. Then I need to catch out of Bharat because I have given him a. He asked me an introduction about a lengthy introduction. I spent hours together to type it and send it to him. He forgot. I gave a lengthy topic and said these are the points that I will cover. That also he was not given. Then it's good. Okay. Then I need to now change the person of contact because Bharat is not going to be the right person of contact for me. Maybe. Okay. So let's get into the real topic. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the opportunities that we have in Toastmasters and how we can grasp those opportunities and where and all it is there. Okay, and I want it to be more interactive because if you all keep silent, I will This place is so beautiful, I will sleep. Sometimes I will stand and sleep. You will not be able to notice, but still. Right? So, why do you all join Toastmasters, by the way? Ma'am? Yes. Because you are really looking at me and saying, like, okay, this alien guy has come somewhere from this different world. So I thought I will just ask you to confirm that my understanding is correct.
Yeah, I'm really outsider here, but I don't do Toastmasters.
But you never denied that I am an alien. Okay, thanks for that.
And we all. I joined Toastmasters because I wanted a space, a safe space for me to discover who I was, to become a more authentic version of myself, and that in turn, as a consequence, empowered me and gave me more confidence.
Too many variables. Okay, good. You are okay. So you wanted to see your another version of it and true potential of who you are, and then building the confidence.
Yes.
Okay, great. Fine. Absolutely, there are no other questions. I think, see, we are still going back to the school ages, right? When the teacher asks, immediately we'll all look at back. When you are sitting in the last bench, why are you looking at back? There will probably. I'm asking you. Because I'm yet to familiarize with the names, so I'll have to show hands. Pardon me for that.
So I wanted to meet like-minded people who are interested in improving themselves and the way of talking and listening to their side of their stories.
Absolutely. Learn from others. When you meet the like-minded people, you will be able to learn a lot. Yes. Timer.
I want to improve my communication skill, and I just want to hear some others' lifestyle, other stories.
Okay, hear from others, learn from other stories, improve your communication style or skills.
Good.
So, does it mean that you don't have a communication skill?
Not like that.
Not like
I
that.
just want to improve.
Then, okay, you want to improve. So, how much percentage? I think this guy is becoming nonsense. He's asking data, right? Okay, we'll come to you later. If you show the red card, I'll ask you. That is the agreement between you and me, right? Because I love talking. Ma'am, how about you?
I want to meet people, basically. That's why I came.
You want to meet people, then you can go to shopping mall, right? You can meet
No,
so many
no,
people.
I
Get
want to meet and
do window shopping.
To meet and get to know about them.
Get to know about. Still, you can do window shopping.
Because I was very lonely, that is why I came.
Very lonely. You want.
Yeah.
Just to kill the time, but
Yeah.
make it more meaningful. Can
Yes.
I take it that way?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Because if we go beyond that, no, then the VPM will come and kill me. Sir, you finally spoiled the entire membership of our club, right? Sir? Yes, sir. Because he was the one who was actually watching the agenda and say whether it is going as per the agenda.
I have two main reasons.
Yes, sir.
One is I am suffering from very deep disturbed sleep. When I consulted the doctor, he said don't sleep till afternoon. So that's why I am here. Sir, and second reason is I watched this politician, He's the head of aid and care.
Because in Toastmasters we don't talk about politics.
No, that rule has been relaxed. That has been amended recently. 175th amendment.
You can talk about it.
In this club.
In this club. Oh, you amended your bylaws?
Yes.
Oh.
Without
all
hurting
three
others.
all three are only politics.
No, without hurting others.
Without hurting others. Good.
Yeah.
Sir has not hurted me.
And we consider politicians as dumb fellows, generally.
Okay, sir.
I think EPS will not listen to get one, so not to worry. I was amazed to see his flow of speech that I got challenged. If this person can talk so easily, why should I? I landed up here.
When he is able to talk, why should I not? Yes. Okay. Then you landed here and
Test my capability first and improve his message.
Good. So you want to test your capability and see where do I focus on good point, sir.
And
So, no.
It's me, sir.
Same me but different me.
See,
Me. Please. I will not be able to even buy it and then recite once again. Please.
So I like speaking, so I wanted a time every week where I can come and speak.
some of us are really thinking, okay, this guy will entirely collapse in 25 minutes only asking this question, right? So I heard many mind voices now. Right, so all of us are here with a specific purpose. We want to join a club, understand who we are, understand what are the areas that I can really work on, understand from others, how they are able to connect, particularly on table topics, right? So I'll see when the table topics master comes here and say volunteer, I want to see how many of us are really volunteering. Because speaking in front of the group itself is very difficult, but speaking over phone with 1,000 people also we don't have a problem. Because we'll switch off our video, show all our emotions, reactions, and then speak. So basically in Toastmasters, you have plethora of opportunities, starting from taking roles. So let's talk about how role benefit us as an individual. I'll give you small examples because I'll not be able to touch upon all the roles due to the paucity of time. How do you think the SA role will benefit you? Who is the SA for our club? Okay, so I'll come to you later. Because he immediately said yes, so honestly we should respect, so I'll give time. So what do you think the SA role is supposed to be? What do you think his responsibility will be?
He sets the tone for the meeting.
He sets
The tone for the meeting.
Tone for the meeting, ensures that the environment is set, ambience is maintained, AC is switched on, all the prerequisites are set. Yes, obviously, right? That is what it is. And he has to ensure that every requirement is there. Keep your standees ready, mic, gavel is there or not, any guest coming, note down the guest details, share it with the BPM so that BPM can go and talk to them and understand, right? All those things. Apart from that, and he starts the meeting with the ground rules set, and anyway there is one bylaw amendment, he will also quote that, and then say, wait, not ready. So then he will go about introducing the presiding officer. And poor fellow has to introduce the same presiding officer for the next 6 months. It's 24 weeks. Leave aside your OTP, holidays, at least minimum 18 to 20 weeks. Who is the presiding officer for our club? Kritika, okay. Kritika. Okay, so now your name? Santosh. Santosh is going to introduce Kritika. First meeting he will say, please put your hands together to welcome our presiding officer Kritika. Next week he repeats the same. Next week, how do you feel? You feel bored, right? I'll give you a tip. The problem with SA is he has to introduce the same person for the next 20 weeks. So what will be your suggestion to him? Do you think he has an opportunity to learn something here? Any wild guesses?
Strategy.
You can do it 20
Strategy in terms of strategy for what, sir?
To do it in an innovative way,
Innovative way. Okay. How do you think that he can do
Introduce
it?
the person in a different way.
Different ways. Okay, that is one option. But
By
over a period of
introducing innovative ideas.
Okay.
Each time, so that our audience will not get bored.
right. So now he has to introduce that person in an innovative way. What are the possible options? Now he has to understand who that person is. Who is Kritika? So he has to talk to Kritika first. Understand what Kritika is doing. What is her hobbies? After that, family. Beyond the point, we cannot go deep personal. Right?
Training him for his marriage. Training him for his marriage.
Training him for his marriage.
Stay with the
No
same
comments.
person.
That is personal thing I cannot touch. But if you ask me, then it's a different ballgame. My wife is in Chennai, so I can talk anything. But recording will be problem. We'll see how they did that. But obviously, he has to now think about strategies. What are the options that we can think? Talk to that person and see ways and means to bring different introduction for every meeting. So that gives you a learning of research. Go and do research about Kritika. Talk to other people in the club. Talk to other ex-coms because she is the president. How she is mingling with other people. Go to her LinkedIn page. Go to her Facebook page and see what are the posts she made. Bring out some salient points. Not like she was yesterday large freak in Ooty, she was in another function. Not like that, right? So I'll give you an example. When we had educational officer session was held by distinguished Toastmaster, I was able to call out a key point that his friends, selective friends will call him as a specific nickname. So what I did, instead of reading out the same introduction that was given by the speaker, I cut it short and brought this specific point and say, this person is fond of friends, and in his friend there are a set of friends who will call him as this specific nickname. He was surprised, to be very frank. So that gave an edge to me to connect with him more. Now we are a deep friendship where we are able to share and learn together. So that gives him a lot of opportunity to start doing it. If you take VPM role, right? So you will have a lot of guests. How many of us are extroverts?
Extroverts.
Extroverts. So you will not talk to people, right?
I will.
You will. Then how do you become extrovert?
Extrovert.
Extroverts will talk.
Extroverts will talk. The other side is introverts, they will not talk. So for example, if I have to break that myth, right? I am an introvert but I want to talk to people. The best option is give him the VPM role. Because he has to talk to people. And people whom you don't know. Because one meeting only the guest will attend. He has to now talk to that guest. And the VPM's best difficulty is same story he has to give to 100 people even if they are going to be a guest. So what difference that he will make? So now I have to think what information that I can give differently. For that I need to understand what is the expectation. I'll give you an example. In Meadowalk Toastmasters Club, initially my number was given as a VPM, though I was not a VPM. Because it was registered when I was the charter president. After that we have not changed. One person called me and said, Vickram, I'm so and so, I want to join your club. The time is 11 o'clock AM in the morning, but before midnight 12, I want to join your club. You do whatever you want, please do it. I'm happy with your club. I have not attended any of the meetings, but I want to join your club because of the 15 minutes discussion that I had with him. I don't know what I impressed him, but he decided that he wants to join our club. As a person who is not taking the VPM responsibility, assuming that I am the VPM now, such a target is given to me, what is that I should do? Somehow make sure that this joining formalities are completed before midnight 12. So now I should know whom should I approach, what are all the bottlenecks that I should have, and ensure that all are clear. I call the VPM and say, no, this person wants to join. Please connect with them and ensure that he is joining it before midnight 12, or else at 12:01 I will get a call from him. Because I don't want somebody wake me up at midnight. But what I did, I also ensured that he completed his formalities within the time. But he keeps saying that every moment now. So what happens is now you have a set target. Somebody is setting you a target, but you are ensuring that the target is met. So when you take such XCOM roles, you have a lot of opportunities to explore, experiment, and experience. So these are two basic examples, right? The presiding officer will always come and open the meeting, and he will also try. He was supposed to give a short story. That is when presiding officer I see he keeps saying, repeating the same story for every meeting. After 3-4 meetings, right, the audience started telling the same story. He said, okay, the moment he started, welcome, I want to talk, share with you a story. People have started, audience have started completing the entire story. And they said, presiding officer, your job is done, now we can hand it over to the TMOD. So now the presiding officer also have to think, bringing in, like VPPR. How do you engage your club members? Creating a flyer. What are the options? Who is the VPPR of our club?
Extrovert.
Extrovert. Okay. Now, how do you engage your members and guests?
Through social media.
Through social media, right? What are the things that you will do as part of your VPPR responsibilities?
Creatives, creating creatives and reels and sharing it.
Some memes you can create, some posters you can do, some short videos you can create, bring in more awareness. Understand if the members are not familiar with certain topic, you can bring it about those things as a short clippings, post it in the group. Publicize your club availability in the social media so that the community people can come and join, right? And you can also start thinking about it. Apart from the XCOM roles, right? Your club role, meeting roles. Do you think the meeting role is also beneficial for us? What way? Can you take TMOD as an example? Today, she is the TMOD. So what do you think that will be benefit for her? If you all keep silent, I will also stand here like a statue, and when she shows green, I will go and sit. As a speaker, my motivation is the more and more you respond to me, right? So what do you think TMOD can learn? Engage with the audience.
TMOD has to create a topic and speak about it. So
TMOD has to create a topic.
So obviously we have to learn something.
You have to learn something. Definitely, is it mandatory?
Yes, of course.
If you ask me, I can create TMOD role immediately, impromptu, and ensure that you are all engaged. But I have not prepared anything. Just for an argument's sake, I am saying. Okay, right? But is that preparation mandatory? Yes, preparation is required, but is it mandatory all the times? May not be, because depending on the topic that you are going to choose. You said something.
So to engage the audience.
To engage the audience.
They learn to lead the show.
Exactly. So he or she has to lead the meeting. The moment it is presiding officer is handing over to the TMOD, from there on, the TMOD ensures that the meeting is going as per the agenda, and wherever she finds or he finds that it is going or deviating from the agenda, it is her responsibility to pull it back. Or you can give a hint saying, TTM, can you please cut it short? Because we are running out of time, but we want to finish it on time. So can you please reduce the number of speakers from 8 to 5? Sometimes she can even decide and say, okay, we will take only the grammarian report this week. Timer and arc reports can be posted in the group, depending upon the paucity of time. Or she can say, okay, now that the speaker has not turned up, even before the prepared speech segment, either she decides drop off, or she or he can decide whether we can take it at the end or whenever the speaker is available. So all these things, what happens is your decision making skills improves, your leadership skills improves. So you are able to decide something on the spot. But how do you decide? Sometimes when you unanimously decide, people will think, okay, TMOD role is a kind of bureaucratic role, while he or she can decide anything. No. He or she has to ask the president, say, thank you. Very diligent. So he or she has to ask the president and say, can we shift president or VP, get a concurrence from the EXCOM and get a concurrence from the members, because the agenda would have been already passed. Now we are going to deviate from the agenda. So is the TMOD has the rights to deviate from the agenda that was passed in the meeting? No. Who said no? Thank you, sir. But how do you ensure that such situation doesn't arise? It's moral responsibility to ensure that all the role players are available, get a confirmation, and then go for passing the agenda for approval. Right? So that is one kind of a skill. So it helps us from an official perspective, where if you are going to set up a meeting in an office, you will ensure that all the prerequisites are met. If the meeting is going to get deviated from the topic, you have the full confidence to bring it back and say, without hurting, right? So tomorrow if I go and tell, no, you are talking nonsense, can you please shut up? I cannot say, because it's a voluntary organization, we are here to learn together, right? The same tone I cannot make it in office as well, because sometimes people may take it differently. Now, I'll practice it here and say, due to paucity of time, can we please stop, or can we please take this offline? If I am going to talk after her read, and there are so many people who are going to ask a lot of questions, is TMOD's responsibility to say, can I request the speaker to stay for 15 minutes after the meeting to answer all the questions because of paucity of time? Can we stop here and then go for the further segments? So what happens is, neither I am hurt nor you are hurt, but he or she meets the objective. So you learn, you practice this, and this is the forum where you can definitely come and fail. And definitely, all of us are here, we will never get offended. Sometimes we will go and appreciate, sometimes we will go and comment, but it will be on a positive note, right? So far, I think 15 minutes, more than that. What is the time? 22 minutes. So 22 minutes I spoke about something. I'll pass here. If there are any questions, I'll take. No questions means there are only two things can happen. Either you are very clear, or whatever is I have told is all up over the air. Evaporated.
Are there any roles apart from these, whatever we play in the club? New roles that are being added or practiced in other clubs? Like the tag role, the TMOD?
These roles are well defined for across Toastmasters. The listening master we are bringing in. Some clubs will have a jokes master. We can also bring in a snippet of reading. You read a book, you found out that some key messages were there. So you can keep rotating that role amongst ourselves, which will help also us to read some books. The reading habit can get inculcated, and we can ask them to come and share some snippets for 5-10 minutes. The problem with this is reading of 200 pages of book. How do I summarize it in 5 minutes? So now we have to go and read the book 2-3 times and identify what message that I can give. So that makes you to even go and read the book multiple times and extract a clear message. The grammarian per se, right? He or she would have noted down so many good usages, so many bad usages. But how do I present it? Which one I should present? Our counter would have told like he or she would have noted down saying Vickram has used 100 hours and 100 ounce. But whether I should present it the same way, and the clever way people will do is okay, more than 5, more than 10 they will say about 10. So you can bring it, see it's up to the club to decide whether any additional roles that you want, but mandatory, these are all the defined roles. Jokes master you can have, you can also have listening master, you said reading masters, anything that you think that will help all the members you can bring out without digressing the defined rules. There is no hard and fast rule that we should not add any rules. As per Toastmasters, there are no listening master role per se. They talk about only the 3 tag teams, but we can bring in our own role players.
Is there any prescribed degree of flexibility or freedom in respect of the introduction of new roles?
Introduction of new roles in the club meetings.
Yes.
There is no prescribed format. Within the ex-com members, if the club members are going to propose, the ex-com members can decide, and they can also propose in one of the meeting, okay, from next meeting onwards, we will try to induct this in our agenda, and it can be voted and then it can be supported. With that they can go out and then record it in the minutes. That is more than sufficient.
Is it mandatory that any resolution should be passed in this regard?
Yes. It's better to keep, because tomorrow it should not be a case like okay, somebody has taken a unanimous decision of okay, bringing in some specific roles. Rather we can take, is it red or amber? Red. Amber you are not sure. Yellow.
I think you will notice that.
I think timer is very strict. Okay. So if there are, okay, so that you can pass this in the meeting itself and then record it in the minutes. That is more than sufficient, rather than somebody should say, okay, somebody has unanimously decided. Any other questions?
If I want to take part in the other clubs, being a veteran fellow Toastmasters club, how to go about it?
You are most welcome to join, attend any of the club meetings as a district Toastmaster. There is no restriction. For example, if you want to come and join Madhavan Toastmasters Club, you can always join us in any of our meetings. It happens exactly at 2:30 to 4. Just after a heavy meal of Saturday, we will try to have that meeting. Sir, this is specifically for you, if you want to come join us. I was actually expecting him to say something to me, but he has not. So I was just testing whether he is really sleeping or listening to me. Then I understood he is listening. So it's up to us. We can even join online clubs. Any club within the fraternity you can still join. But if they ask you a guest, you can say I am part of a Toastmaster club in Vellore, but I just want to see how these things are. And that's how we learn from other clubs. There is no restriction. And even if you on travel or for some purpose you are moving out of the city or country, you can still join any of the club meetings if you are aware that meetings are happening there, citing that you are from this club. Okay, so before I sign off, to summarize, what do you think are the benefits that you will get as Toastmasters?
Builds up confidence in an individual who's becoming a public speaker and a very good communicator.
Sir, you are only answering, sir. There are so many people answering. I want to answer from everybody else so that I am happy that okay, my message, my 25-minute session, even after the red card, I will be able to convince people and make sure that you are all at something. Ma'am? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But okay, since you shocked, no, I will give the opportunity. You are crying.
I was just rubbing my eye.
Oh, you should have told me I am crying because of your session. I would have been the happiest person. Yes, sir.
So we can brush up our communication skill and leadership skill.
Yeah, good. What else? Organizing skills. Like make sure that how you set up the meetings. Time management. Networking, learning from others.
We can know others better.
That is one of the reasons I am here. Right? I am here to learn. I am here to learn how you can be a stringent timer, saying that, sir, you are not seeing my yellow card. No, that's good. See, right? It's not enough. See, okay. And one more thing is, my personal advice is ensure that how the speaker takes it. Sometimes the speaker might get offended, sometimes not. But as a prepared speaker, you can always say, and it is your moral responsibility to highlight that. And it happens in a humorous speech contest. If the timer doesn't, or is not showing the timer card, you will have to rerun the entire contest. Because there may be some protest. Because for them the timing is more important, they will get disqualified if they go beyond. And it is timer's responsibility to, if you take the timer role in numerous speech contests, it's happened in our division contest as well. Both the timers were really enjoying the humorous speech of the contestants. Both of them are not even taken up the green card itself. I was running from one side of the hall and the chief judge was running from the other side of the hall to hint the timers, show the timer card. Luckily, they were able to just pick it up from the yellow and nobody has protested. We just kept quiet and then added because they were able to finish on time. If that happens, how do you differentiate? How do you draw the line between your role and how do you really involve in the meeting? For example, she gets involved in my meeting and say, okay, this day is making sense. After a long time, I am happily laughing in the meeting. It's better let him talk for another 5 minutes. Right? So it happens. So we have to take that role very diligently, and it will also give you a skill that you can develop. How do you convey your message? Though it is going to be a strong message, but how do you convey it politely? If there are no questions, I'll hand over back to the PMOD. Thank you for the opportunity here, and I'll be available here after the meeting for 5-10 minutes. If you have any questions, you can always contact me through WhatsApp.
My apologies. He's my mentor in fact. And this is the first time I'm seeing him. I have sent my projects and got it, all interaction was online. So when you see Vijay or some celebrity, for the first time, you kind of get these flutters, because thank you sir for coming, and you spread a lot of happy vibes here. And my apologies for the wrong introduction.
No problem. But whatever Gmail I did,
I received it. You received. Thank you so much. So now we are moving into the prepared speak segment, and before calling the first speaker, I would like to call his evaluator to come forward, Toastmaster Kalimani, to come forward and describe the speech objectives.
So, good evening everyone. My name is Arun, last row. John? Yes. I'm visible? Yes. Right. So today I'm going to be the evaluator for Sasi. He is going to deliver his icebreaker speech. The purpose of the icebreaker speech is introduce him in the club and his school age and college age as still. And the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. So I appreciate my speaker. So I heartily welcome the general. Sorry. PMO.
So I would now like to call the first speaker onto the stage. Toastmaster Sasi Kumar. He works in the revenue department. He is an amazing singer, dancer, sports person, an athlete, whatnot. And he aims to become a celebrity speaker someday. So all the very best to you. Toastmasters Sasi Kumar, child laborers and their struggles. Child laborers and their struggles. Toastmasters Sasi Kumar.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Good evening. Good evening. Are you all know about child labor and bottle labors?
Yes.
Okay. Either you know that or don't know that. I will tell you with the timing and rhyming. Okay. I know a 10-year-old boy who was working as a child laborer. He worked in the morning from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the brick kiln and didn't do his home. After that, his grandpa had few more agriculture work for him. He was in the situation that he needed to complete his brick kiln work, his grandpa work, so that only he can study. He was very disappointed because we don't have enough time to study. When he studied 9th standard, he got one fantastic idea that why don't I wake up daily at 4 a.m. so that I can get 1 hour to study. He decided to wake up. From then he studied very hardly. In his school days, he was the latecomer because of his commitments. Finally, 10th result came. The surprise to him was he is the school topper. The surprise was not only for him,
and also for his teachers. Unbeknownst to him, they couldn't believe that the teachers, how this latecomer got this much of marks. I think this one is medical miracle. How it happens? The teacher murmuring with each other like this. Finally, he made a history. His name was written in the school topper's name board. The name is SSC. Yes, I was the child labor and I was that school topper. Nowadays, when I went to school and see the school topper's name list, I told myself and do like this. Hey, Machi, you super Machi. You made a history like great Machi. Like Varivelu question, Varala Muki Amachare, like that. After that only I realized that I don't have as much of mustache and beard in my face for doing like this. Now I realize one thing. Now I realize one thing. We should not focus on our result. Just focus on our work process. Definitely it will lead to success. After my 10th result came, my Vickram owner called my grandpa like, "Oh, Kanigan, come here man." My grandpa name is Kanigan. Kanigan, come here man. And my grandpa act like, "Yes Swami, tell Swami, how can I assist you Swami?" Like, and no man, not like that. I think your grandson scored good marks in 10th standard. So encourage him to study. Hereafter he won't come here for what, okay? After that my grandpa got my Vickram bonus board very tightly. I never expected that twist in my grandpa. His attitude was completely changed. In beginning, when I takes books to study, he scolded me a lot. But after that, after my Vickram bonus board, he never failed to wake up me at 3 a.m. for study and said like, Naina, wake up Naina, wake up and study Naina. Education is the only way to grow our family Naina. So wake up Naina, please da, wake up da, like that. At the time my mind was yo, Kerala, Sadia, more money than the cold range. Like this. After 2 years, for the next 2 years, I got a lot of funny memories like this with my grandpa. 12th result came, I scored 91% marks. My grandpa was proud of myself. He gave sweet to my whole village. And I got engineering seat in analysis with Trichy. During my college days, I faced a lot of struggles as a Tamil medium student. Finally, I completed my degree. Here, I am very proud to say this. I am the first graduate in my village. Now I got job in revenue department. When I start my career as a government employee, my only aim is to find out the child laborers, bonded laborers, release them and give them proper education, so that only their lifestyle will improve. In this stage, I got a lot of struggles. I grew because of the struggles only. In my school days, I don't have a good home and I don't have even a single cycle, but it's now completely different. Now I got a Skoda Rapid car and 3 bikes, and now I'm building a new home. The one and only reason behind my growth is gratitude. In my journey, I have a lot of persons to gratitude, from my Vickram owner, my grandpa, and too many persons. Here now, I express my gratitude to you all Toastmasters for encouraging me and supporting me a lot. Finally, I thank one person, that person not here in the room, but in my heart. She's not a Toastmaster, she's my life master. Yes, she's my wife, Sasi. She's my wife, Sasi. Her only aim is my growth and my aim. She's a big support for me. Finally, I thanks to the universe for giving me such a nice persons around me. If you want the success in your life, please step out from your comfort zone and be gratitude at your all struggle zones. Spread love through your smile. Thank you so much for
Please stay. Can we all stand up and give a standing ovation to Sasi? For the first time, I was actually looking into my bag for tissues. That was such a moving, inspiring. Sasi always adorns a beautiful smile on his face. but we never knew that there was such a flashback. Thank you for sharing. And now we would like to give 1 minute silence to the evaluator. So before calling upon the next speaker, we would like to call upon the speaker evaluator, Toastmaster Sandhya, to please come forward and give the project objectives.
I will be playing the role of the evaluator. My target speaker is TM Sanu. He is pursuing his level 1, project 2, speech with a purpose. We all know that he is one of the star speakers of the club. It would be a delight to listen to him.
Now I would like to call upon our second speaker for the day, Toastmaster Sanu. So Toastmaster Sanu is doing his super specialty in Narayani Hospital, and all the very best to you. So Toastmaster Sanu, hope it works. Hope it works. Toastmaster Sanu.
Hi everyone, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So I know this is a prepared speech contest, but I am not prepared for it. That's why I am telling hope it works. So there are two reasons why I actually came in like this without preparations. One, my time constraints, along with the procrastination part. And the second being, my challenge in speaking is not about the preparation. If I have something written down, memorizing it, and coming and talking it out with emotions is not a difficult aspect for me. But when I have one topic and I have not prepared, and putting that out in words, like have you prepared sir for today's speech, like writing down everything and then talking for 25 minutes? No. So I've never done that like you. So I really wanted to try, can I do something like that? So that's the reason why I'm standing here without any preparation, by writing down anything and coming and speaking my heart out with something relevant that has happened in my life. So I'll start with asking, why are we doing what we do? Like someone is studying, someone is working. Why do you do what you do? Any answer?
Why do you do?
What you do? Are you studying? Are you working? And why do you do that? What do you do? Why do you do that? For what? Eventually, what do you do?
For myself, actually, to be in a good position. It's actually making me self-confidence.
It's a mix of many things. Social expectation, our own personal expectation, many things. It can't be one, this is for the reason why I do this thing. It's a mixture of lot of things.
Everything.
Yeah.
So if we summarize, someone does it for money, someone does it for passion, but one key word which comes in the end, everyone does it for comfort. Yes, happiness or comfort. So what brings us comfort is why we do what we do, eventually to get it. But in this run, in this life of struggles and everything, what if we become comfortable while chasing this comfort? Will we end up giving that same level of struggle while doing that work? We won't, right? So my one example was, I was always a good student. I used to study very hard. My 10th standard exams, I remember my geometry had some 12 chapters, and I decided to skip 2 chapters because I had evaluated a lot of previous question papers and I saw these 2 chapters don't have enough questions coming from them. I skipped it. Eventually, I got around 148 marks out of 150. Those 2 marks I missed because of skipping those 2 chapters. My biggest dream probably was to be like Shashi, to have my name on that board. I missed it because what? I got comfortable while chasing my dream. Same happened in my 12th standard. I have always wanted to be a topper, to have my name somewhere. I could never achieve it. I envy you. So that's why it's so important to never get comfortable when you are chasing something. Because if you want your comfort, you have to struggle for it. You have to work impartially for it. So last week I had an incident where my junior colleague, he left the course in 6 months' time. After trying to convince him and asking him many times why, what, he is not able to cope up with the work stress at the age of 30, after finishing MBBS, after finishing his post-graduation. Now he has come to do his super specialization, and within 6 months he calls it quits. He expected a little bit more easier work time over here, but we don't have that. I am working, I am on call for the last 2 weeks 24/7. How many of you all are ready to accept that struggle? I love this struggle, my colleagues love this struggle, doctors love this struggle, surgeons love this struggle, so we do this. But he was not ready for it. He wanted comfort. But he was forgetting his passion. He also wanted to become a good surgeon. He wanted to treat patients. But we all came to a conclusion that maybe he is not fit for it. Maybe it's better if he quits. Because patient care was getting compromised, because he is searching for more comfort in this race instead of actually doing the work sincerely and struggling and working hard for it. Waking up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., receiving calls and going to the hospital if necessary is not an easy job. You can do it only if you are passionate about it and you really believe that you want to do it. And in this field, there is no role for getting comfortable. That's what I want to, I think this applies to every field. It's not just my field. IT people, you have targets, like finance people, HR people, everyone has targets. If you get comfortable, can you meet your targets? No. Can you finish your projects? No. So work hard, work sincerely. If you love something, please chase it wholeheartedly. So from this example, what I've thought is, if you're getting into something, number one, look what you're getting into. He expected our place to have an easy work culture. No, our place is the most difficult work culture. Going to the hospital at 7, coming back at 11 and continuously receiving online calls is not easy. Getting scoldings from morning to night for not doing something or doing something differently is not easy. But we are being trained in this fire so that after 1.5 years, when we come out as consultants, we are trained out to be the best. But he was not ready for that. So don't become like that. First find out why you are and what you are and what you want to do. Answer these questions very carefully before joining something. It's so important, because if you quit, it reflects badly, and because he quits, the workload has fallen now on us extra. I was expecting I will have a junior, I will make him work, I will just supervise things. Now, I don't have a junior. For the next 1 more year, I have to continue working. I am okay with that. Because whatever chances surgically he was supposed to get, I will get that. I am happy. My training will improve. But still, evaluate yourself, understand yourself, and then only get into something. Please don't get into something and then quit. Don't expect that, hope it works. Don't think that. Understand your capabilities, then get into something. Thank you.
Toastmasters Sano, he is our very own Fahad Faisal, okay? That's how he looks. But, my God, I'm reading a book called Can't Hurt Me by David Hawkins. The story that you just came and told here really reminded me of him. He wanted to train as a Navy SEAL. During his training, he had broken both his legs. Despite that, his commitment, I'm not going to quit, I will not quit. Having that kind of a fortitude and building resilience is an extremely tough thing to do. And thank you for that lesson. Now let's give 1 minute silence.
Before that, I have not shown. To be very honest, I have prepared, but I have not prepared. Though I am saying this behind the camera, but it is for every role, the preparation happens. But the way you prepare differs. For somebody, it is to be, they have to write down, memorize, practice. For me, actually, I was actually thinking about what are the roles that I should speak in my 2.5 hours journey. So preparation is there, but how do you prepare? Differs.
Sano is a table topic master. Okay, so his preparation comes here only. Impromptu, that is the preparation. He come here and it will.
I have seen in this stage.
Okay, let's give 1 minute silence. Tanu, please let me know when 1 minute has elapsed. The speaker evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Vickram, past division director, please come forward and give the speech objectives.
really sorry because I don't know whom I'm going to introduce. If you can share me the details, I'll be on means.
It's Toastmaster Ramesh.
You have your speech objectives? I'm sorry. I told Bharat that this is the problem with, I think I need to change really the part. As I told Bharat I can take evaluation, but honestly he never confirmed me that I will be there. I'm sorry for it. Just part your thing. Toastmasters, you have to be more impromptu when it comes to. I think you have shared the checklist, not the evaluation form. But I have taken the wrong one. Attempting this level 2 project 1 from the pathways presentation mastery, understanding your communication style. The purpose of the project is to learn about different communication styles and identify this primary style and present it as a speech. Primary, may please note that I am doing this 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to you, Mr. Ramesh, over to you.
Toastmaster Ramesh. So, Toastmaster Ramesh is an administrative officer in CMC for the last more than 2 decades. He is a cricket buff and he used to play badminton as well. Now he has made progression from playing on the field to sitting on his couch and watching on these games. Okay, so Toastmaster Ramesh, Mastering Management, Toastmaster Ramesh.
Very good evening to all of you. So, how many leaders are there in this call? Just put up your hands. There are leaders. Good. Okay. So, leadership is not a title. How many of you agree to that? Leadership is not a title. It is the attitude. Leadership should not be told. It should be felt. I should not say, I am the leader, I am the leader, I am the leader. The way I carry myself, people should acknowledge and recognize me as leader. Are leaders eye specialists? Eye specialists. Leaders are eye specialists, not the side. I, who takes the credit for whatever somebody else does it, they take credit. No. Leaders are the we specialists. We did it. As a team, we did it. They will not take credit. Leaders. The two prominent qualities that you can see in a leader is silence and smile. Have you ever witnessed these qualities in the greatest leaders whom you admire?
Dhoni.
Cool, calm, cool, collected. He will have a smile and silence. Okay? So you all have to lead your team in your areas. Am I right? So everybody is a leader here. For some reasons you'll be leading at a different level. But for leading, we need to know we are going to manage certain things. Am I right? To lead, you need to have the quality of managing. So what do you mean by management? So this is what I want to explain, to discuss with you all. What is the meaning that you all know about management? Any other answer, sir? Management? Be the taskmaster. Taskmaster, very good, sir.
Planning, organizing, staffing, controlling, coordinating.
Excellent, sir. Good definition, very good.
Walk the talk.
Walk the talk, yes. So leadership is nothing but like John, like a theatre artist performing under the limelight. Only he is visible because he is the artist here. As a leader, you are the artist for your subordinates. Okay? Whatever you do, your subordinates are in the dark. They are the audience. They will witness whatever you do. They have the liberty to come and criticize, acknowledge, appreciate whatever you think, whatever you do on the dais, under the limelight, whatever activity you do, everybody will witness. So it is really, really very important that you need to understand the term management. You know what is management? MANAGEMENT. What does it stand for? Management. So we come from the last letter, T. Management, T. One, going to deal with people who are physically and intellectually mature. So it is an art. Without hurting people, you have to influence and get the best out of them. So next time when you are going to take the leadership role, please remember this management term to lead the team better. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was a power pack. Ladies, have you seen them? What do they? What is the? How would you explain your experience when you're holding a baby in your hand?
Heavenly.
Heavenly.
Playful.
Playful. Have you ever seen a sad baby? Anyone seen a sad baby? They may cry. They may cry. They might need a diaper change or they might need to be fed. But generally, as babies, we were all blissful creatures, right? Then what happened? We grew older and we forgot how to smile. We forgot how to laugh. When was the last time you had an infectious, very bubbly laughter? When was the last time you ever experienced that? Long ago, right? If there's somebody in this group who says, yeah, I do that every day, good for you. But the vast majority of us have actually forgotten how to smile. So they did a research with the Americans and they found that 33%, only 33% could say that they were actually happy. Okay, what about the rest of it? Rest of the people? What about them? It's the world's largest economy. They have every facility that is known to mankind. They are technologically advanced. Despite all of this, people in countries such as the US are saying that only 33% are very happy. Why do you think? What is the problem? What is the problem? Why can't human beings be happy?
Materialism is not happiness. It
Materialism.
may give comfort.
Materialism
It's not happiness.
is not happy.
It may give comfort, but it is not so that it will give happiness.
Okay. Anything else?
Expectations.
Expectations. Okay. What else?
Lack of awareness about managing the money.
Managing money. Okay.
The
How many of
perception-
you?
The perception factor.
Okay. Your perception is your reality. Okay. We have a psychologist.
Happiness is a choice.
Happiness is a choice.
State of being.
Yeah.
It's not fancy. You can't be happy all the time. You choose.
So, whether you live in the Buckingham Palace or you're a gypsy baby on the road, it makes no difference to an infant or a toddler or a child, right? But for us, that's not how it is. Buckingham Palace is a different world altogether.
together and a gypsy on the road is a different experience altogether. It's two separate worlds, right? Now, they, I think it was a Pennsylvania State University, they did a research. They divided the group into two people. One were avid readers. Okay, there were people who read, and then there were people who were asked to go and hug others for the next 4 weeks. Okay, and at the end of it, they found who do you think were fared better on the happiness index? The ones who hugged others fared better. So usually what we feel is people are the problem. People are problematic. When I came and I was finding it difficult to park the car, oh my God, somebody else has parked, now what do? I can't park here, that's a problem. If I go to a doctor for an appointment, I have to wait for 6 months to get an appointment. So people, we always perceive that people cause problems to us. But sometimes we need to think beyond ourselves. They are humans as well. They have difficulties as well. And how can I kind of condone things so that I make things pleasant for myself and for others? So one thing that one of the speakers told was about gratitude. Sasi was talking about gratitude, right? So to be grateful for what we already have. We have this facility, we need to be very grateful. That will spread positive vibes, and it will help us to go forward as well. So small things, very small things in life will translate to happiness. It's not that every day a person who wins a jackpot or kaun banega crorepati mein he is 1 crore. You can lose it in a jiffy. You can lose it just like that. But happiness is a state of mind. Nobody can take it away from you. You can't give the controls to someone else either. You should be in control of your life and in control of your mind. There will be ebbs and flows, there will be ups and downs. Despite all of this, we need to really make an effort to keep ourselves happy, and that will radiate and share that joy with others around. Now, we would like to call upon the table topic master to come forward. All the very best to you.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Generally, we do table topics every week, but this week is different. This is table task topic. TTT. So I'm not going to give a topic. The topic is inside. I have written in the paper. I kept inside the balloon. So you are going to select the balloon and you are going to burst it, and which topic you are getting, you are going to speak it. So any volunteers, please. Yes. Which color you want?
Mine is violet, is like red, so I'll take this.
Okay. One pen.
No, I don't want it to be old.
Very easy. So, Toastmaster Fatima, right?
Yeah, is there anything to ask for me to do it on the stage?
This is just a topic. How do you feel about yourself before and after joining Toastmaster? Toastmaster.
Before and after.
Yes.
Okay. You said this is a very easy topic for me, and I felt really, kind of in situation you put me. So, before and after, to answer your question, so before joining here, when I joined as a guest here, I have no clue how this will work, how the club will work. I have no idea. Because I wanted to someone, before I worked as an auditor in a company, international firm, so I worked as a project coordinator. My role is to do kind of an effective coaching for everyone and kind of into trying the people better in my portfolio. So before that, I was in kind of a role better. When I felt that okay, it is not kind of a role for me because that was a new role given to me on the spot. I was very new for that. When I started doing it, but everyone has had kind of floated with very beautiful comments from everyone. You are good at it. Then when I started, okay, if I'm good at it, why can't I try something else from out of the box? Because I'm the person who is always fear of in front of the people. I know you can resonate with me. So I'm kind of a person like that. So I wanted to fear that that kind of a box which I wanted to come out of that comfort zone. I wanted to try something else. And finally, one kind of my mentor told me, this is the path for you. If you wanted to try something else, you wanted to interact with many people who know nothing for you, and when you have to interact with them, there is an opportunity for you. There is a Toastmaster. So I thought, okay, I'll join in Chennai Toastmasters because I basically belong to this place. And I when come here, you guys are so grateful. I was being a newbie, you kept me like in home. You have given so comfort to me, and you have supported very. From the first day to till 3 weeks, this journey is so grateful to me. And I never felt like a newbie at all, even being in the guest. And also today also, I felt every single person, I feel, everyone has something to tell me. And I felt that being here is a grateful opportunity for me. So thank you for that.
Any volunteers? Come on. Master volunteer, Harish. If I see you, the balloon is right. White one. We have one. White one.
Everyone is separate.
Topic for you is Toastmasters Harish. Picture is worth 1,000 words. Picture is worth 1,000 words. All the best, Toastmaster Harish.
Yeah, I'd like to hello dear Toastmaster. The topic given to me, I'd like to say something which happened recent. I know that everybody knows about it. It's about India winning the World Cup, T20 World Cup. Just the moment when I saw in the TV that Rohit Sharma holding the trophy in his hand, it was magical. And seeing that win after 14 years since the India won the some ICC trophy, it's magical and it's not beyond words. I like to conclude by saying sometimes pictures is worth more than 1,000 words. Similarly, there will be different things in different life. For me, I would like to talk recently which happened, which is something which felt very grateful for me. Thank you.
Any volunteers?
No, actually I came here to request her to come, or you are requesting her? Okay, then let me also sit and hear a speech. Sir, please. Because he wants the chief guest to invite him to the stage.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your invitation.
White.
One right. You have four words. This is group task. I need 3 more members.
Oh, yeah. Sure, super. I need company that's calling.
Any other?
Yeah, Sasi. I included Sasi to part of the
So there is 4 words. So you have to use these words in your speech. So you use this word. First word, Toastmaster. Kalimani. Word for use, empowerment. Toastmaster Manoharan. Word for use, leadership.
Okay.
So Toastmaster Fatima, word for use, equality. Toastmaster Monica, word for you is tell. So you want to use this word in your speech. Once I say stop, the next person has to come.
The topics they have been assigned to.
You want to use this word in your speech.
And I am supposed to speak on the topic that I have been assigned to.
Yes, you want to use this word. Okay.
So good evening everyone. So my topic is empowerment. So I'm really focusing on empowerment my colleagues and my team member. I'm always do some motivational speech as well. I do a lot of activities through online, offline as well. So I want to empower my participant. That is my intention. So that's all. Over to.
Thank you. Next.
Yeah, good evening Toastmasters. The topic that has been assigned to me is the leadership. Leadership, the word is highly synonymous and self-explanatory. The person who leads others to follow him or her will be the truest leader in truest sense. If the leader is a able person, he is able to involve and make interest in the followers, then he will be a successful leader. He should not be a dictatorial person at all. For example, Hitler. You consider Hitler. We have read what Hitler had done in the history. Similarly, Mussolini. He destroyed the entire Italy. So they take those people into and follow them as our examples and see that the leader should be a
Next.
So good evening Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters. The word is assigned to me as equality. As you all know, equality, how is it works? I'll take this test probably. So as you all know, everyone wanted to try something new from yourself. And also this equality is, I believe is, in this platform certainly, as equality, what I believe is, when the person is already good at it. For example, everyone has, now comes in a new role. And everyone is already good at in something, but because of that they have given something, when it's good. And also I believe that equality is when the opportunity, equally divided to everyone. Then only people can learn from them and they will improvise from this. So that when I come to that, so everyone is equal, is as human beings. That opportunity should be divided into equal to everyone. So they will have embraced the journey and they will, conquer from their fears. So I always believe that it's over. So for the equality, I believe that conquering all your fears, make a list all of your fears and conquer that fears from there. And also, I'm just go out of the words, medical. I don't find anything much.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Sheena, for giving this word. The word given to me is strength. As soon as I saw the word, the person came to my mind as my father. Every time he will tell these words to me, wherever you are, whatever you are not standing on your own strength. It is the strength and the grace given by the God because of which you are surviving. During the first corona period, my father was stuck with corona and he was ventilated for nearly 21 days. My father was a source of strength to me. When he was ventilated, I did not know where to go. Then those words of my father kept me going through all my life. And after 35 days, he came, he got discharged from the hospital. He had certain traumas since he was in hospital and he had no access to outsiders. But with the same strength that he was advocating to me all the time, the strength that God gave to him, and with his discipline in his thoughts and in his actions, he came back again, and I'm thankful to God for giving our family this strength.
Thank you.
Due to time constraint, we are stopping this table topics. Hand over to Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was such a wonderful and very innovative way of doing table topics. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sheena. Wow. Okay. we are going into the evaluation part, and before for that I would like to call upon the general evaluator for today to come forward.
Thank you, Toastmasters, Dr. Ray. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, now we are moving into the last part of our VTC or in general Toastmasters session, and that will be of evaluations. We start with speech evaluations, and for that I would like to have 3 evaluators, starting with first speaker evaluator, Toastmaster Kalinga.
Yeah, good evening everyone. So today I would like to congratulate my target speaker, Sasi, Toastmaster Sasi, delivered a fantastic speech. So I would like to, I request everyone so to put your hands together. So I thought it was not first speech. He did a lot of speech. I hope so. Am I right, Sasi? Yes. Yeah, what an energy, what an enthusiasm. He carries his speech and energy entire his speech. It's amazing. I would like to appreciate again for his activities also. He acted 2-3 characters. He played nicely, which was amazing. So especially start with his labor experience, labor boy experience was amazing. I'm really emotional connected with his story. And second thing is smiling is everywhere. He started with smiling, entire speech is amazing. And also he was the first graduate in his village, so that was awesome note. He delivers his speech voice modulation as well, and he introduced a lot of characters in his speech. That was really fantastic. And focus on my work. So this was amazing. Focus on your daily process. I need to say, he always think about his role. So he believed this very well. And lastly, once upon a time he had a very challenging stages, but he never lose his confidence. Especially I would say in college days, he faced a lot of challenges. He was from Tamil medium student, but he did well and he had enough confidence as well. And body language part, his body language is really amazing. Used, most of the people we have to learn from his body language was amazing. Especially he carried his grandpa character and the villagers boss character, the bricks owner character as well. He demonstrated nicely, and yeah. Step out your comfort zone. So that's why he's an example of he step out his comfort zone, he stretch hard and make things different. Actually, he created impact in speech. I would really say I attended a lot of speeches, but on first speech he created impact. One suggestion is whenever you say something, you have to translate in English, because this is amazing. Some people might don't know about other language as well. So one suggestion is translation is required for our speeches. That is all fantastic. It's really yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalinga. Now we will move on to second speaker's evaluations, and the second speaker's evaluation will be done by Toastmaster Sandhya.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Sanu, you have completed a task. We all have respect to the doctors community, and you gave because of the selfless service done to the society. He gave us a sneak peek into the journey of medical professional after all, to being the specialist. And regarding his speech, clarity was very clear, and vocal variety also was okay. But hand gesture also was on point, but he could have used more of space. He stood in a place, he could have walked a little more here. explained well, and he connected to the audience. We were all like, we got to know what all they go through before they become like the specialist. And the takeaway was passion versus comfort. So if you become complacent in your job, then you lose passion and the interest goes off. And procrastination doesn't help after some extent. Everybody procrastinates, but procrastination is harmful after some extent. And comfort level is always comfortable with talking and interest of audience. Everybody were like listening to you. It was a more of impromptu. We know you have your strength, and you did an impromptu speech. And maybe later, I hope you find time to prepare and come to a book and give us the speech. We're all looking forward.
Thank you so much. Now we will move on to final speakers evaluation, and the final speakers evaluation will be done by our DTM Vickram.
Proud of DM mode introducing you as DTM. Good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and a very special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Ramesh. How many of you really think that Abdul Kalam is a leader? But he thought there is one more leader who motivated him to become a leader. Any guesses? Vickram Sarabhai is the leader for him. As very clearly pointed out by Toastmaster Ramesh in his speech, the leader has to lead from the front. Whenever there is an opportunity for a leader to showcase his capability, every leader has demonstrated that. I'd like to take this opportunity to review or evaluate your speech in two folds. 3 areas that I liked as an audience, and 2 areas that I would like to really want you to focus. The first thing that I really liked, the way you connected with the audience by asking a question. If you want to attract the audience attention, the best way to do is probe a question and see that you can grab the attention of audience, because that is the best way, and they will all be looking out for some more questions from you. Kudos to you for starting off with a good question, that how many of us are leaders here. And the other aspect that I really liked was you gave a pause in between every question that you were asked to the audience. That made me to feel that you are actually expecting the audience to give a response, how much you are respecting us as an audience. So I was actually looking out for more questions, and I'll be happy to answer because there is a person who is listening to me. So whenever there is an opportunity for us, people are listening to us, we'll be more energized in terms of responding back. Kudos to you for that. And you brought in a different way of bringing in the management aspect. You said MANAGEMENT management, and you broken down into 3 different aspects, gave a detailed description about each of those in detail so that all of us are able to easily appreciate. But when I have to look at from the real project objective, the project objective says that you have to talk about or share your impact about your communication style, which I feel was missing in your speech. Basically, you would have brought in a story. For example, when you said, I want all of you to be here by 3, but I will come by 3:15. You could have narrated with a small story which would have happened in your personal life or in your professional life, and how you handled that, and how you communicate this message to your team. If you would have demonstrated that with an example, then it will be easy for us as an audience to understand, as well as it will also be meeting the project objective. The second point that I really want to give you a feedback is focus on the clear objectives of the project. Don't only look out for giving some message, look out for the clear objective. To summarize, you had a beautiful start, you had a very good storytelling aspect as well as some humor in it, but try to focus on clear to the objectives, focus on the objectives, and also try to see whether you can connect the dots. With that, you will be able to achieve great levels. Thank you, and over to you, General.
Thank you, Master Vickram. Now we will move on to general evaluations. Before starting general evaluations, I'd like to touch on why we do general evaluations. It's not always that we have to micromanage. Sometimes we have to sit or stay back and see or evaluate or manage how overall things work. As a general evaluator, Toastmasters or in Toastmasters in general tries to teach us this skill. So starting with today's general evaluation, as I said initially, we will have a tag team, and starting with timer, I like to call time to give a timer skip.
I'm happy that all the three prepared speakers are qualified for with the timings. Toastmaster Sasikumar took 5 minutes 40 seconds. Toastmaster Sano took 6 minutes 58 seconds. Toastmaster Ramesh took 6 minutes 35 seconds. Coming to table topic segment, Toastmaster Fatima took 2 minutes. Toastmaster Harish took 1 minute. Toastmaster Manoharan took 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Kalamani took 30 seconds. Again, Toastmaster Fatima took 1 minute 5 seconds. Finally, Toastmaster Monica took 1 minute 10 seconds. And the evaluation was, Toastmaster Kalamani took 3 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Sandhya took 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster Vickram took 3 minutes 10 seconds.
Thank you, thank you. Now let's move on to our campus report. And for our campus report, I'd like to call Toastmaster Fatima.
So, good evening Toastmasters and my fellow Toastmasters. So, I think this diary is not at all required me because last week also I am playing the same role as an counter role. You would have seen me and I'm having a long notebook with me to count it. And that was the first time I'm doing as an counter role. And when I'm noting it down, I will be just noting as like 10 times, 15 times. I think, okay, someone has given a great name as an counter. Then I have been justly, repeating the same like multiple times. The people who are all, like last time when they have used this, they have been repeating same as multiple times and repeated words. And this week is in a great week for me, and this is the second time I'm playing it. And I think for me is a kind of an improvement. I've never seen, I think this today, all of the three speakers are a great speakers this week for me because you didn't even work. Even a pen is also didn't shake it because they are so mindful when you're giving your speech. When I start with Sasi, he's a kind of paying like icebreaker speech, but he was very mindful when we are using his I felt that whenever he's kind of opening his mouth as an he keep a pause for a moment. So that was a great thing because last week I have given a suggestion whenever using an is a great substitute for a past, and he has used it, and I felt very emotionally for his, like your story, and I respect your journey as well. And also, and Sasikumar, you have told me to tell it. That's why you are using 1 hour, 1 source, and 1 like. That's it. And for Mr. Samu, and you are kind of you have given an impromptu speech, and because doing, despite of doing that, also we are using 1 hour and 1 so. That is also a great thing. And Mr. Ramesh, you are also, we have known you have given number of speeches, and I have also seen you giving multiple speeches, and you are also kind of use 1 hour, 1 that's it. Everyone at this time was very mindful when they are giving the speeches, and I'm looking forward to your co-attendance. You will be continuing like this. And next week I will be, kind of giving an ask-speaker speech. Mr. John, if you secure a slot for me, by that time I'll think maybe how I will, proactively doing this task. Thank you for that role, and thank you for that.
Thank you. So let's have a grammarian report now. And for the grammarian report, I would like to call Toastmaster Vani.
So again, what is the word of the day? Okay, you are aware. Okay. So only Toastmaster Sasikumar used this word in his speech, unbeknownst. So I'm happy. And I found some new words that is new to me. I don't know whether it is new to you. Plethora. Am I pronouncing it correct? Okay. T.M. Vickram for Vickram used this word, plethora, and diligent, and then impartially, and in Toastmaster Ramesh speech, I love the way how he compared two phrases like I specialist, we specialist, and also the comparison between a leader and an artist. So I love that, and generally I found that this misusage of singular noun and plural verbs. So I want to just give a point in that. When we are using singular noun, we have to use singular verb. So it is not I thank, it is I thanks. It is not the dog chase, it is the dog chases. So when we are using singular noun, we have to use singular also. Am I right? You're so weird. Okay. And Toastmaster Caroline has used this word condone things, and that was a new word for me. Thank you for that. And everyone else used the words and the grammar properly. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mariam. Let's take a pause here and let's take a pause from this scrutiny and have some break. For that break, I'd like to call a quote master for today, Toastmaster Harish, to speak about today's quotes.
Hello, dear Toastmasters and dear guests. I'd like to talk about two of my favorite quotes. Number one is by Jim Carrey. I wish everybody could be rich and famous and have everything they dreamt of, so that they will know that it's not the answer to it. I'd like to give an explanation to the quote. The quote says that we think that if we become rich or we buy that or buy this, we will be happiness. We will get happiness. But the thing is that those are all temporary happiness which we will get in our life. I would like to share the story of a deer. Deer was running daily, day after day, due to a smell which is found in the forest. Can someone guess what's the smell it ran for? It's the smell of its own musk, which is a part of its own body. Similarly in life, we search for happiness outside, where real happiness is inside. And it's a lifelong process. Sometimes we will be happy, sometimes we will not be happy. But at the end of the day, happiness is our choice. I would like to share the second quote. I hated every moment of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life like a champion. And it was said by Muhammad Ali, the great boxer. And the meaning is, I'd like to tell a story of a cricketer. He was not too much fit. And unluckily, 2 to 3 years back, when Virat Kohli became the captain, he introduced something called the yo-yo fitness test. Unless you pass the fitness test, you won't be selected into the team. But similar to this sport, if he felt that, oh my God, I can't be fit, and if he didn't work hard to achieve his fitness, he would have not been into the cricket team. But he thought, okay, I need to do this. Only if I do this, I will be into the Indian cricket men's team, and he did it and got selected. I would like to say the story of myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So let's add some seriousness to motivation speech. Speaking of our Toastmaster, and now let's have a news. And for that, I'd like to call news master for today, Toastmaster Karthik. He was like, hey, why are you coming?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Whenever I choose to play the role of a newsmaster, I get only disasters to report here. But this time around, it's slightly different. I have some good news as well. The first disaster is the huge tragedy in Kalakurchi, which claimed 160 lives, still counting, because people consumed illicit arak laced with methanol. And this is not the first time. Last year also it happened in Vickram. I because every year. And how to stop this? My suggestion would be radical that government should make arak freely available so that illicit arak is eliminated by illicit arak. The second disaster is Hathras stampede in UP where 131 people died trying to take the mud from the footprint of their guru. They eventually went into the mud. So sad. See, in my icebreaker speech, it was titled Q. I warned that absence of a queue in a crowded situation will result in stampede, causing injuries and death. And that has exactly happened in Madras. I am not here to be happy about it, but I am worried that as long as we do not follow the system of queue in a crowded situation, this is going to recur. And again, the stampede is not the first one. It is the seventh in the last 20 years. It happened in 2005, 2008, 2013, 22, 23 and 24. And all the stampedes were related to religious festivals and events. So, fellow Toastmasters, when you are in a crowded place and particularly when you are in a religious situation, please be careful. And the meat is getting nastier by the day. Gujarat had building collapse. 10 bridges collapsed in Bihar in a month. All bad news. The good news is, like Hari said, India won the World Cup. But the highlight was the victory parade in Marine Drive in Bombay on 4th July. which attracted 3 lakh people who greeted the victory team. But fortunately, there was no stampede. Thank God. And let us have a disaster-free week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Master. Enough of motivation as well as serious cases. Let's have some relaxation. And for that, I'd like to call Joke Master for today. And today's Joke Master role will be played by Toastmaster Kalai.
So far, you have any doubt? What we covered so far, you have any doubt? No? Okay. So I would like to share my job-related experience. I've been working as a trainer, so I had a lot of jokes with my participant. Okay. Before that training session, we scheduled 1 week advance. We invite the participant through WhatsApp group, through email, through bosses as well. I created WhatsApp group. I created audio also. How can you travel from railway station to the particular place? I put in audio, Tamil, participant maybe Tamil, I put in Tamil, English, Malayalam as well. I put in Telugu also. So participant called me. Just enter the place very near. They called me, "Where are you, sir?" I could not find your hotel. I told them, use that Google. Okay. So I was in a very serious session. I'm talking about the current account. 2 participants were slipped in the last row. I asked him, "What is the current account?" "Sir, I'm new to the training. I don't know about it." I told her, yeah, this was a lot of jokes. And online training, we had a lot of jokes as well. I'm doing the session, I asked a question. "Are you with me?" "Sorry, sir, I lost you." Funny jokes. So one dialogue I would like to call to Saranya. Yeah, please call. I have a small activity joke. Who's the volunteer? Saranya, what do you do? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, please call. Manu. So I want to say one personification. See, want to repeat 5 times without any answer. I think. You know, famous now. Seashells on the seashore. Seashells on the seashore.
And I'm very bad
Yeah,
at pronunciation.
just try 5 times. Yeah. Seashells on the seashore.
Seashells on the
Seashells. Seashells.
Seashells on the seashore.
Seashells on the
Seashells on the seashore. Seashells on the seashore. Seashells on the seashore. Seashells on the seashore.
You want to say final.
Sir, enough, sir.
Sir, you're dragging the ex-com.
Seashells on the seashore. Sir, enough.
And general evaluation.
Thank you, Master. So let's get back to our book, and I'd like to have listeners before now. And today's listeners would be provided by Malas.
Good afternoon. What is the agenda for our educational speaker?
Agenda.
For team mode, what is the theme of our educational speaker told? Team mode. For team mode role. TMOD role. What is the main theme educational speaker is told?
Leadership.
On-spot decision. At what time Sasi Kumar grandfather wake up him? Our Toastmasters Sano. How much marks he got in 10th geometrical exam?
148.
Thank you.
Thank you, listener. As I said, as a general evaluator, my evaluation will be based on not on in-depth, it will be overall evaluations. Starting with overall evaluations till part 3, that is evaluations, handshakes and TM prefix was followed. But I've even written it down here, handshakes and prefix was followed. But after that evaluation sessions, it was jumbled up, people didn't handshake and directly went on. And for that, I would like, during handshakes, it should be 2 handshakes. It should not be like this. Can I have your, yeah, come on. It's not, when you give a handshake, it should be, that's it. It's not, okay, it's not, no, it should be, that's it. That's the professional handshake. Maybe you might have seen in some politicians who have like this and like this. It's not a professional handshake, it's a different. When it comes to professional handshake, it's one, that's it. It's a professional handshake. And when it comes to professionalism in overall team meeting, we should know who comes next. And I didn't follow the thing itself. I was looking back and saying who will be coming next. We should know who will be coming next, and that's where the professionalism was missing in the overall team meeting, as well as we have missed Toastmaster, Newsmasters, and one other team wrote today during the session itself. It shouldn't come in evaluations. So I'd like to have TMOD to take a note of that in the future sessions. So coming with part A, that is education speech. Educational speakers introduction was missing. I feel that it's a blunder because we should have a proper introduction to the educational speaker. So I'd like to mention or have concerned authorities notice for it. And prepared speeches, TMOD followed a proper standard operations procedure, that is calling the evaluator first and then introducing the speakers, and during it was name, title, name, everything followed. Great job, TMOD. And with respect to prepared speech evaluators, when you are giving evaluations, be specific. It's not you did a great job. Instead, you did a great job dash here, like you did a great job in hand gestures or mentioning this example. It should be specific, it shouldn't be general. That's where I felt the evaluators should be more specific than general. Then, as evaluators, we should evaluate speech, not content. Sometimes I felt, it's my opinion, maybe, we are more evaluating on the content than the speaker itself. And the final, say if the purpose is achieved or not. Our Toastmaster Vickram has mentioned whether our Toastmaster Ramesh has achieved the purpose of his project or not. So that's, we have to know why the speaker is speaking, whether the purpose is achieved or not. That's with respect to prepared speech and evaluations. And another one thing that as we discussed, President, it's evaluation, introduction of evaluation form. Our guest Manish has also given this feedback. We can have a peer-to-peer review by giving an evaluation form. Maybe we can introduce a form, that is a Microsoft form to give each individual feedback for a prepared speakers. Going forward, we can implement that. Please have a word with your VP education and we can go forward. When it comes to table topics, our table topics was innovative. That group topics was really great, and engaging use of properties was really engaging. Table topic master, great job. And you also follow the standard operating procedure. That is soft. I will mention soft character. That is calling name, title, name. Moving on to final evaluation, tactile. Hereafter we could publish timer and R-counter report. Since timing, the purpose of timer's role is to give what is the speaker's total time. We should be aware of how much time we are using to deliver particular thing. So going forward, if we have a list or a specification on how much time we used to speak particular thing, it will be great. For that, I would like to have timer and R-counters report. Maybe we can take a snap or and post it in the group itself. That would be better useful for the members hereafter. And R-counter did a really great job because she mentioned what is the progress of the speaker from last meeting to this meeting. That's the purpose of R-counter. It is to have the improvements. It is to mention the speaker where they are lagging or where they have to improve. And our R-counter really did a great job. In mentioning the improvements. And the feedback is we could post the R-counter report going forward. Grammarian did a great job. Only feedback that I have is going forward for word of the day, we can have what is the word, which means it can be verb, noun or anything else. Maybe we can give a complete information of that verb, origin, what is the word. And so if we have more information on that, it will be a greater useful tool. We can use it better in our speeches. So that wraps up my evaluation as a general evaluator. I would like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Karen.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So we are coming to the close of the meeting. I would just like to end with a quote. This is a quote from J.K. Rowling from the Prisoners in the Harry Potter series, The Prisoners of Azkaban. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of time if you remember to turn the light on. Okay? So it's all up to us. We may falter, we may not be perfect beings, but we can always try our best to become better versions of ourselves and to share that happiness and joy with those around. So with this, I would like to return the stage to the presiding officer of today, Toastmaster Kritika.
time now. I know we are exceeding the time, so we'll quickly get this meeting done. So ballots will be shared in the guest group. Please vote for the best speakers, best table topic speakers and best role players. In the meantime, we'll get some feedbacks from our guest. Can we have it from you?
This is the second time I came to Toastmasters. I'd like to join the Vickram club.
That's nice to hear. We'll soon see you as a Toastmaster.
The evaluation section, Sandhya, Sandhya things.
Actually, she spoke for lesser than the time limit, 1 minute 20 seconds. Minimum is 1 minute 30 seconds. Can we have feedback from you? How the session went and
Much to be there, to be honest. It was a very interesting evening for me. And there were several very good speeches that I got to witness, a lot of learnings. I could also pick up a few nuances of the club which I would like to implement it well at my own club. And yeah, it's been quite long and well.
I'm very glad that you found it very useful and there are some takeaways from our club. So ballot results are out. As anybody needs to vote, there is only 8 response. I think there are more people in the room.
It's in the official group. It's not in the guest group, it's in the official group.
Send it in the guest group. Send it to Munish. Munish, please forward it to guest group. Sir, can you please join me in this meeting? We have a special cost.
So I take this opportunity to give some critics, to be very honest with you, being it's 175th milestone meeting, generally people don't give such critical feedbacks. But since I am seeing this club growing leaps and bounds, I want to make sure that we don't do away with some critical points. Right? So first and foremost, let's ensure that we start on time and end on time. And it's TMOD's primary responsibility to make sure that we drive this meeting by cutting short all the other auxiliary roles that we add up for the benefit of members if we are exceeding the time. And let's put our hands together for timer today. I think she has done a beautiful job to ensure that the speakers are notified with time regardless of whether they are experienced, senior, doesn't matter for me. For me the role is I should do my due diligence. And Kaushik, please don't take it personally. Monish, sorry. So in Toastmasters, right, the platform is where we'll give even the negative feedback in a more positive fashion. And there is no blunder or hard and fast rule that the speaker or the person who is coming out to be introduced. It's up to the DMOD to introduce in the way in which he or she wants. I've just used it to break the ice so that all of us have fun and the event is kind of thing. I think now I learned a lesson that I should not do this. Because somebody takes it as a negative point and start giving this as a general evaluative feedback. And another thing is, all the role players have to stick to their timing. If you look at, for the timer report to be given in 1 minute. For the R-counter and grammar, it is only 2 minutes. That's what I said, when we take these roles, we now decide what is the key important point. In your general evaluation report was so elaborative, but you went in beyond the time limits. And you know very well we are running out of time. So now we have to articulate and then bring out the critical points. You need not to give feedback for all. And one small correction you said, evaluators are mere focusing on the speech content, not the speaker. That is not the evaluator's role. Evaluator will only focus on the speech, not on the speaker. We have to change that. If that is the understanding, I want to correct it. Because I heard you were mentioning like evaluators are focusing on the speech content rather than the speaker. Evaluator's role is to understand and then review feedback on the speech, not on the speaker. For example, if I say, Ramesh, you are wearing a black shirt, you could have worn a white shirt with a formal coat.
No. I mentioned that speech content itself, not. We were focusing more on speech content rather than the speaking. Like you mentioned how they open variety.
No, not required. Not required. Definitely not required. It's up to the evaluator to decide what they want to share. If at all they are speaking about specific individuals per se, that's okay. But there is no mandatory rule that I should focus on. And predominantly one mistake as an evaluator we do is we start focusing on the body language, hand gestures, use on the stage, but we miss out the critical part of the objectives and the content. If I heard it wrong, my apologies. But let's ensure that the focus is more towards the content and the objective rather than the other aspects predominantly. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, you called me for this. I actually called me for feedback. Thank you so much.
Actually, Toastmaster Bharat has sent the introduction. I was supposed to introduce you, but
That's what I said, no harm. No harm in it. And now that nobody will forget me, right? My intention is to make sure that my presence is felt everywhere. Thank you so much.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Vickram, for your valuable feedbacks. I think it is need of the hour for our